You can accept the fact that this is a very, very impressive outing that distinguished Senator Adetunde has put here. And luckily for us, for once, we are now seeing the leaders identify with the arts. Are you impressed by what is done here? And do we have any likelihood to discuss the way out for the arts in Nigeria? Probably at National Assembly level.
Thank you very much, and let me use this opportunity to appreciate Senator Adetunde for doing what is right, promoting and supporting the arts. As he has done, it's a wonderful gallery, very lovely. And, not only that, he's hosting this very important literary event where our one and only Nobel laureate is here to interact with lovers of the arts. I commend Senator Adetunde for this, because without the arts, without leaders supporting the arts, we forget our civilization. We forget where we are coming from. We forget our culture. We forget who we are. And it is investments like this, such as what Senator Adetunde has done, that constantly reminds us about our culture, about our civilization, which is the African story, as important as any other civilization, as important as any other story. Some of us who are lovers of the arts are very impressed by this. I didn't come here. It's so important that I didn't come here alone. I came here with my daughter. Asked her to take a break from her law school to be here, to appreciate the arts, appreciate and to be part of this reading. So I commend Senator Adetunde, and I believe that from his example, many more political leaders will connect with our past. Because unless we have events like this, unless we have galleries like this, people tend to forget the very rich cultural civilization that we are products of. We still talk about the Benin artifacts, and we're taking away 1897. And they are all over galleries across the world, produced by an indigenous African civilization. You have the arts from Ife, you have the others from the Kanem, and across the country, across the African continent even. So the sooner we promote events like this to remind ourselves of the achievements of our forebears, of our collective heritage as Africans, as human beings, there's a tendency for us to forget who we are. And that speaks to the importance of this gallery, and what Senator Adetunde using this gallery is reminding all of us. I believe I'll be here many more times, maybe with my family, to let them see more of this. Very beautiful. Look at that, beautiful. So thank you very much for having me, and God bless you.
Yeah. Question. But let's move away from the gallery scenes. This is a very nice gallery, I agree. But in this COVID-19 times, we have seen our artists in more need of aid than ever. And we've watched our brothers, Europe and Americas, rolled out a lot of millions and billions of dollars, not only to take care of their museums, but also their living artists who are working. The walls and the paintings are okay, but there are people who are living out our culture right now. The dancers, the singers, the theater artists, who really went through a whole lot of suffering during this pandemic. And despite them being told to access certain funds, a lot of them that I've spoken to never access that fund. So what are we doing to promote the arts, not just in terms of coming and seeing gallery, but the artists themselves? Because these are the people that represent us, that give us the name that we have outside of this country. Yes. Right? So what do we do to protect them?
I agree with you completely. Agree with you completely that there is need, particularly during this pandemic, to give support and to ensure that that support gets to people here in the arts industry. I'm aware that a number of palliatives are being offered. I think we'll find the chairman of the Committee on Culture is also here, Senator Korosha. So I believe he will also be in a position to speak to that particular issue. But what I support generally, principle, is that at times like this, with this pandemic and knowing the peculiar jobs that people who are in the arts, in the performing industry, what they're going through, there's need for them to be supported. And if there is any program of support of that nature, then there is need for us to be sure that it gets to those who really are in need of it. So that they too should know that just as they are our cultural ambassadors, that we also care for them. I think Senator Korosha will be in a better position to speak to that specific issue. But thank you for the great work you're all doing. Thank you. Thank you.